Imagine this. You're at a dimly lit bar in the city, the kind where the jazz hums low and the whiskey pours smooth. You're 48, successful, with that quiet confidence that only comes from years of building empires, raising kids, or simply surviving life's punches without flinching. Across the room, she spots you. She's 29, fiery-eyed, with a laugh that cuts through the noise like lightning. She's not looking for a boy who swipes right and ghosts. No, she's craving something deeper, something real, an older man who knows exactly who he is. Her eyes lock on yours. She smiles, that half smile, the one that says she's already imagining what it would feel like to let go completely in your arms. But she doesn't walk over and confess it. Women like her never do. Instead, she tests you, subtly, masterfully, with two questions that sound so casual you might miss them entirely if you're not paying attention. And if you pass, the night doesn't end with a polite goodbye. It ends with her whispering your name like a secret, her body pressed against yours, craving every ounce of the experience and control only an older man can give. This isn't fantasy. This is female psychology in action. The raw, unspoken truth about what happens when a younger woman desires an older man. And tonight, I'm pulling back the curtain completely. No fluff, no generic advice, just story after story of real men who lived it, who got tested, who either walked away wondering what if, or ended the night exactly where she wanted them, tangled in sheets, hearts racing, knowing they passed her secret test. Stick with me, because by the time we're done, you'll never miss these signals again. You'll know exactly what she's really asking and how to answer in a way that makes her crave you even more. Let's start with Alex, 45 years old, divorced once, wiser now. He runs his own consulting firm, steady money, sharp suits, the kind of guy who listens more than he talks. One evening at a networking event, Sarah slides into the seat next to him. 28, marketing exec, legs that don't quit, eyes that sparkle with mischief. They chat about work, travel, the usual. But then, right as the conversation hits that electric pause, she leans in closer, close enough that he catches the scent of her perfume and asks the first question. "Do you spend a lot of time alone?" Alex freezes for half a second. Most guys would, because this isn't small talk, this is her first test. In the world of female psychology, when a woman is drawn to an older man, she needs to know one thing above all. Can he handle solitude without crumbling? Does he have that inner strength, that self-contained power that makes him magnetic instead of needy? Alex, being the man he was that night, answers wrong. "Yeah, way too much since the divorce. It gets lonely, you know?" He laughs it off, but she sees it, the slight slump in his shoulders, the hint of complaint. Her smile fades just a fraction. She changes the subject. Later, she excuses herself to grab a drink with friends. He never hears from her again. Now picture the same night, but a different version of Alex, the version who had learned the game. Same question, same soft lighting. But this time he meets her eyes, calm as steel, and says, "Alone time, it's my favorite part of the day. Gives me space to think, to recharge, to become the man I want to be. I enjoy my own company, but I'm even better when I'm sharing it with the right person." Boom, her pupils dilate. She tilts her head, biting her lip just a little. Because that answer, it screams maturity. It screams emotional control. It tells her you're not desperate for validation. You're a man who chooses connection, not needs it. And younger women who crave older men, they live for that. It makes them feel safe to let go, safe to surrender. That's question number one, the solitude test. It separates the boys pretending to be men from the real ones. But she's not done testing, not yet. Fast forward to Raj, 52, engineer from Multan who built a life abroad and came back stronger. He's at a wedding reception, bright lights, loud music, the whole Desi vibe. Priya, 31, stunning in a lehenga that hugs every curve, finds herself drawn to him. They dance once, laugh about old Bollywood songs. Then, during a quiet moment on the balcony under the stars, she drops the second question like it's nothing. What are you looking for these days? Again, innocent on the surface, deadly underneath. Raj hesitates. He thinks she's asking for a relationship label, so he goes safe. Something serious, stability, maybe settle down again. Wrong move. Her energy shifts. She nods politely, but the spark is gone. Why? Because when a woman craves an older man and is thinking about taking things physical, about giving herself to him completely, she's not fishing for a wedding ring on the first real conversation. She's testing for direction, for purpose, for a man who knows what he wants without being vague or overly eager. She wants to hear confidence, leadership, a man who owns his desires without apology. And in Imagine the Raj who knew better, same question, he smiles that slow, knowing smile and replies, "Right now, I'm looking for experiences that feel alive, real connection, passion that doesn't fade after the first night, a woman who can match my energy and who lets me lead the way." Her breath catches. She steps closer because that answer hits every button in her psychology. It shows direction without pressure. It shows desire without desperation. It tells her you're a man who can handle her intensity, sexually, emotionally, everything. Older men who pass this test don't just get a date, they get the green light to explore every fantasy she's been holding back. And in Raj's case, they ended up leaving the reception early, her place, no games, just raw, intense connection that lasted until sunrise. She later told him, "I don't usually move this fast, but with you, it felt right." These aren't isolated stories. I've heard hundreds like them, from friends, from clients, from men who finally cracked the code of female psychology. Let me tell you about Michael, 47, gym owner in Lahore, built like he could still bench press his regrets. He meets Lena at the gym, 26, yoga instructor, body like a sculpture. She's been watching him for weeks, the way he commands the room without trying, the quiet authority. They grab coffee after a late session. Conversation flows, then question one hits. "Do you spend a lot of time alone?" Michael doesn't flinch. "Every morning at 5 a.m., I run alone. Clears my head, makes me better for everyone else." "Perfect." She leans in. Then question two. "What are you looking for these days?" He locks eyes. "I'm looking for a woman who craves depth, who wants a man who can make her feel safe enough to lose control in every way." The way he said everything carried just enough heat. She blushed. 3 nights later, they were in his apartment, her testing every limit, whispering how no younger guy had ever made her feel this wanted. See the pattern? When a younger woman craves an older man, it's not just about age, it's about the package, the experience that knows how to touch, how to listen, how to dominate the moment without being controlling. The psychology runs deep. Evolution wired women to seek providers who are also protectors, men who have lived enough to offer wisdom, stability, and yes, mind-blowing intimacy without the drama of boys their own age. These 2 questions are her subconscious radar. They filter out the insecure, the aimless, the emotionally fragile. Pass them and she drops her guards. Fail and you're just another nice guy she friend zones while dreaming of someone like you. But let's go deeper. Let's talk about the night everything changed for Vikram, 50, businessman, the kind of guy who closes deals in boardrooms and hearts in bedrooms. He meets Neha, 27, at a rooftop party in Karachi. She's sophisticated, ambitious, but something in her eyes says she's tired of the chase with guys who still live like teenagers. They talk for hours. She asks the solitude question first. Vikram nails it. "I love my alone time. It's where I build my strength." She smiles like she just found gold. Then the second, "What are you looking for these days?" He locks eyes. "I'm looking for a woman who craves depth, who wants a man who can make her feel safe enough to lose control in every way." The subtext was clear, sexual, confident, irresistible. What happened next? She pulled him aside, kissed him like the world was ending, and they barely made it to the car before the real fireworks started. She later told him, "I don't usually move this fast, but with you, it felt right." That's the power.
Female psychology isn't mysterious when you know the code. These questions aren't traps, they're invitations. Invitations to prove you're the man who can handle her desire, her fire, her need to feel truly seen and taken care of. Now think about your own life. Have you ever had a younger woman linger in conversation a little too long, touch your arm accidentally, laugh at your jokes like they're the funniest thing she's heard? Those are the pre-signals. Then come the two questions. Most men miss them. They answer like boys, complaining about loneliness or listing requirements like a shopping list. The ones who win, they answer like kings, calm, direct, leading. Let me paint one more picture before we wrap this journey. Picture yourself, yes, you, walking into a cafe tomorrow. She's there, younger, drawn to you for reasons she can't even fully explain. The conversation starts innocent, but you know what's coming. You spot the tests before they land. Question 1 drops. You answer with that quiet power. Alone time is my sanctuary. It makes every connection better. Her eyes light up.
Question 2 follows. You lean in, voice low. I'm looking for passion that builds, for a woman who wants to feel everything, deeply. You hold her gaze, no hesitation. And just like that, the night shifts. Numbers exchanged, plans made. And when the moment comes, whether it's weeks or days later, she's the one initiating, craving the older man who passed her tests without even breaking a sweat. This is how it works, every single time. The women who crave older men aren't playing games for fun. They're protecting their hearts while chasing the kind of connection only experience can deliver. The kind that leads to nights you'll never forget. You've stayed with me this far because you know this matters. Because deep down, you want to be the man who doesn't just attract her. You become the one she can't resist. So go out there, live your life with that unshakable confidence. And the next time she asks those two questions, you'll be ready. You'll pass, and she'll be yours, completely, passionately, exactly the way she craves. Now tell me in the comments, have you ever been tested like this? Did you pass or wish you had? Drop your story below, because the conversation doesn't end here. It just gets better.